All right, welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. And today we're looking into something pretty cool, something really legendary, something from ancient China.
Really fascinating stuff.
Yeah, so we're talking about Xuannv,
Xuannv.
and we're going to be really looking at her influence on one of the most important figures in Chinese history, the Yellow Emperor.
Oh, absolutely. A really key figure in Chinese mythology and history.
Yeah. So the text that we have here, it's talking about this incredible clash, like a clash of titans,
Yeah.
You've got the Yellow Emperor going up against this sorcerer, this really powerful figure named Qiyu.
Yeah, Chu, who, just to give you an idea of how significant this conflict was, the very survival of the Huaxia tribes was at stake.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're considered to be the ancestors of the Han Chinese.
So this is a really, really big deal.
Absolutely pivotal moment, and you've got the Yellow Emperor leading these tribes against Qiyu. And Qiyu is, he's a force of nature. He's a sorcerer. He can control the elements.
Wow, so he's using magic in battle.
Oh, yeah. He's wielding the power of the elements. Wind, rain, fire, all of that against the Yellow Emperor.
So then how does the Yellow Emperor stand a chance against this kind of magical power?
Well, this is where the story takes a turn that's really reminiscent of, classic heroes' journeys.
Okay.
The Yellow Emperor, realizing he's outmatched, decides to seek guidance, wisdom, some kind of edge against Qiyu.
So he goes on a quest.
He does.
Like Hero's Quest.
He goes on a quest for wisdom, and he travels to Mount Kunlun,
Okay.
which is considered a sacred mountain in Chinese mythology, and he consults a legendary sage, Guan Chengzi.
I see. He's going to the wise man on the mountain.
Exactly, looking for answers, looking for a way to overcome this seemingly insurmountable challenge.
And does he find what he's looking for?
He does, but not in the way you might expect.
Okay.
Because, as he's seeking guidance,
Yeah.
this is where Xuannv enters the picture.
So this is where our main character, Xuannv, comes in.
Exactly. And it's not just an ordinary entrance. Imagine this. This sky fills with these auspicious clouds.
Auspicious clouds.
Yeah, in Chinese mythology, they symbolize good fortune, divine presence, something momentous is about to happen.
Oh, wow.
And there's this celestial music that fills the air, this beautiful harmony.
Like a movie score.
Yeah, it's like the heavens themselves are announcing her arrival. And from these clouds descends Xuannv, a celestial warrior goddess.
Okay, so she's not just any goddess.
Oh, no, she's a warrior goddess, and she carries with her an aura of power and wisdom. Now, she doesn't come empty-handed.
She's a gift.
She has a gift for the Yellow Emperor.
Oh, wait.
And it's not a magical weapon or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
something far more potent.
Okay, what is it?
It's a text, a book of knowledge known as the Xuannv Jing, or the Classic of Xuannv.
And what's in this book?
It contains profound knowledge about all sorts of things, including military strategy.
Uh-huh. So this is the edge that the Yellow Emperor needs to defeat Qiyu.
You could say that, but it's not as simple as just giving him a battle plan.
Okay.
The teachings in the Xuannv Jing emphasize strategy, intellect, understanding the importance of timing, advantages of location, and harmony among people.
Harmony among people. What does that mean in this context?
It refers to the unity and collaboration within an army, within society. It's about working together effectively, having a shared purpose. And that's something that's going to be super important in this fight against Qiyu.
So it's not just about brute force, it's about using your brain.
Right. It's brains over brawn. It's about being smart, strategic, and adaptable.
Okay, so Xuannv teaches him how to think differently about warfare.
Exactly, and she goes even further. She guides the Yellow Emperor to observe and predict weather patterns.
To counter Qiyu's ability to control the weather.
You got it. By understanding the natural world, the Yellow Emperor could anticipate Qiyu's moves, neutralize his magical attacks.
Oh.
It's almost like she's giving him, the tools of science to counter magic.
That's fascinating. So it's like she's helping him to develop early forms of meteorology. And what about the south-pointing chariot I read about?
Ah, yes, that's another example. It's basically an early compass, and it's a tool for navigation.
Okay.
And, by giving him this tool, Xuannv is equipping the Yellow Emperor with the ability to literally find his way, to navigate the battlefield, to be more strategic in his movements.
I see.
And all of this leads up to the epic Battle of Zuelu.
And this is the big showdown.
This is it, the culmination of all of Xuannv's teaching.
This is the final battle, the one that will determine the fate of the Huaxia tribes.
Precisely. And remember, this isn't just a clash of armies, it's a battle of wits.
Right.
The Yellow Emperor, using the tactics and the knowledge that Xuannv has imparted to him, anticipates Qiyu's moves. He's able to counter his magic with strategic brilliance.
And in the end, the Yellow Emperor wins.
He does, and this victory, it's not just a military victory, it's a turning point in Chinese history. It marks the beginning of a new era, the foundation upon which Chinese civilization is built.
That's incredible. And what happens to Xuannv?
Well, her influence doesn't end there. She's revered as a goddess of war, strategy, and wisdom, and her legacy lives on. Throughout Chinese history, temples are constructed in her honor, people pay tribute to her wisdom, and they seek her guidance.
So it's safe to say that Xuannv had a profound impact, not just on the Yellow Emperor's victory, but on Chinese culture as a whole.
Absolutely. And, when we look at this story today, it's not just a tale from the distant past.
There are lessons to be learned.
There are lessons to be learned, timeless wisdom that's still relevant. Xuannv's teachings, emphasizing the importance of knowledge, strategy, and harmony, are things that we can all apply in our own lives.
So what's the biggest takeaway here?
Well, for me, it's that knowledge can be the most powerful weapon, but it's not enough to just have knowledge. You have to know how to use it.
Right.
You have to be strategic, adaptable, and most importantly, you have to be willing to learn and grow.
To seek guidance and wisdom, just like the Yellow Emperor did.
Exactly. And there's another thing. This whole story, it makes you wonder about the balance between embracing innovation, like the south-pointing chariot, while respecting the power of nature, just as Xuannv taught the Yellow Emperor.
And how do you think that balance is playing out in the world today?
That's a deep question, and I think it's one that each of us has to grapple with in our own way. It's about recognizing the potential of human ingenuity, but also understanding that we're part of a larger natural order.
Right. It's not about dominating nature, but about learning to work in harmony with it.
Exactly.
Well, that's something for all of you out there to think about as you continue on your own deep dive into the fascinating world of ancient Chinese mythology.
And who knows, maybe you'll uncover some hidden wisdom of your own along the way.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.